I don't know who I have to please sexually. Dear Jesus Christ. That is so big. Balls deep. I will whore myself out for anybody. Can't have another, set of blue balls over here. Somebody's got to give it to me.
It might be long, it might be kind of cringe, but I'm still going to do it anyway.
They're double teaming a guy. On paper, nothing says, I'm going to come.
I hope you're proud of yourself, because what you've done is proved without a shadow of a doubt you are the world's dumbest son of a bitch.
All right, everybody, welcome in to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro, and welcome in to once again an edition of the Black and White Take. This time, it's kind of a celebratory one, something we're all excited about to get in here and get hyped. Yeah, you know it was me. You know, whenever you see a little bit of ridiculousness coming into the channel, into the show, I'm gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna play some games. I'm gonna get a little bit obnoxious, if you will. But guys, let's get hyped. Today is a big day. And I tried to play it. I got a little bit of the sound from it earlier, but I think it's so quiet that nobody can really hear it. Let's see if it can even, if I turn it all the way up, if you can hear my guy, the Joker, who's saying, "Here we go." Yeah, that's way too quiet. I don't know why it's so quiet. I don't know why he's whispering. I don't know why he's whispering that quiet. But anyway, what's up, everybody? We did it. Mission accomplished. Juventus have closed the deal. I guess all intents and purposes. The Here We Go was sent out by, many people. Romeo Agresti, of course. We had even Fabrizio Romano, Interman himself, put it out there. The Here We Go. We'll talk about that a little bit later. What's up, everybody? Let's get everybody in here. If you're in here right now, before we do anything, though, make sure you do two things for me. Smash the like button. Hit that like button right now. Help us to celebrate, obviously, Bremer coming into Juventus, being a new Juventus player. And then, of course, also hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, we want to have you all join our community and all that we're doing here. There's a lot of people who've already left comments. I'm going to try to get to the chat as much as I can today. One of the things I'm going to see, first of all, if we have some time today, if they have time, because I know schedules are crazy. I was literally out of town. I was 2 hours away, and I also was at a doctor's appointment today. If you knew I was sick yesterday, that's not why I was in the doctor's office. So I'm not dying. But anyway, guys, we are here to celebrate Bremer, but if I can't get them in, Alejandro, Julian, maybe they'll pop in for a little bit. I have opened that up for them. Julian, Ale, if you guys are listening, whenever you have the time and the availability, you know where to go in and where to click and how to join in, and we will get you all into the channel. Who's this Bremer guy? Never heard of him. Never heard of Bremer before. Just want to open it up a little bit with a little bit of a conversation, a little bit of the feelings the last 24 hours. Obviously, yesterday when I did the live stream here yesterday, as well as I feel like when Julian and Ale were doing their live stream at 5 o'clock yesterday, a lot of positivity, a lot of good feelings out there when it came to Juve and their push for signing Bremer. Then right before it was like Betty by time, right before you're getting a little bit settled down in your situation, wherever you may be, when it came to the footballing world, some stuff started to leak out. Stuff started to ooze out, if you will, amongst the the riffraff, if you will, that Inter have definitely tried to come back to the table. They're going to try to give a more suitable offer, and then maybe, just maybe, Cairo would be open to hearing and taking in this offer, which we knew from the beginning was going to be much less than what Juve were going to put out there, if we're being honest. And I even questioned it myself. I even said, this is a level of pettiness. Obviously, two rivals getting together. What's up, Savas? What's up, Nor? What's up, everybody who's in here? Gaetano, Victor, Rodrigo, everybody, Mohammed. What's up, everybody? Stephanie, guys, if you haven't, consider joining the member squad. If you want to chime in today, maybe a little bit later after we get Ale and Julian in, I'll open up that for the members to come in. If you haven't joined the member squad, today might be a good day to do it, as well as because we're doing a giveaway on the channel. I'll talk about that in a sec. Anyway, when it comes to, obviously, this whole just the nonsense, all of the bluster that was thrown out there. Cairo obviously was angling to try to get as much money as possible. But then there's one thing we know about Cairo is that he's a petty SOB. As well as everybody else when it comes to the city. You don't need me to go in to talk about the Detroit of Italy. You need me to talk about all these other guys. Julian, it's the same code I always send. You want to join in right now? It's the same link. Do you not have it? Let me do this real quick. I apologize, guys. This is totally unprofessional. Julian should really have his act together, but of course he doesn't. So let me find it. Let me go ahead and send him the link. The one that I sent out. It's in the. Here, one sec. Let me. Like this is wildly unprofessional during a game, during a big moment like this, and Julian can't get his bleep together. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull it up for him right now. As we're talking right now, I do want to talk about. Let me see if I can go ahead and talk while I'm doing this. Basically, just all of the nonsense floated out there, all that was going on with Cairo potentially coming back with that offer. I wondered, and I was going to be a little bit impressed. If he was actually willing to take basically 25% less than what Juventus was offering, just to spite a crosstown rival. And there would be a little bit of impressiveness there, but then there also would be, like, if you're a Torino fan, if you're anybody in the management, you have to second guess what he is doing with your club there. And I guess right now with the way they were battling against relegation and then the Belotti deal and situation, whatever. This is not a Torino show. I don't care about how they do business. All right, Julian, I have sent you the link. If you want to jump in now, go ahead and do that whenever you get a chance. Like I said, guys, if you hit that like button, just hit that like button up right now. I do want to get into a few things when it comes to all the mishmash. Right now, I guess I'll go ahead and throw it out there. We do some news on these live streams, so I'll throw it out there. It looks like the latest, it is finished there for Ligt. We moved on. Juventus will get about 67 million euros over 4 years, plus a max of 10 million euros in bonuses for Ligt. So that's actually... It's actually worse. That's actually decently worse than what I expected Juve to get. So they kind of got, it appears from what I'm reading right now, unless anybody else wants to tell me different, Misak, I know you're in here. I know you're in here and you're going to battle me on it. Looks like they got a pretty poor deal there. Let me see. Julian, try it again. I don't know what to tell you, bud. Try it again. Let me close it off and then turn it back on for the interview, and then we'll see if you'll actually pop in. Try it again. Right about now. Well, it's going to be a delay anyway, so just do it now. Try it now. So yeah, if you were here to obviously celebrate Bremer, we're going to be doing some of that, but I'm also going to be doing a little bit of, for lack of a better term, shitting on Inter. And that's just what we're going to do right now. Okay, to join me right now is another guy who I feel like enjoys, potentially. Julian, can you turn it sideways? I feel like that looks way better if you turn it sideways. Oh, you okay, there we go. Now, okay, never mind. You didn't do it, so never. Let's just add him in. Okay, I think I want it. There we go. That works out better. That way, it's everything. So there we go. It's good. How you doing, my guy? What's up, Julian?
I'm good. What's up? What's going on?
Well, I don't know if you heard the news. Well, I do know you heard the news because we're talking about it all today. Yeah, it looks like Bremer will be a Juventus player. We're celebrating that. We're talking about that whole situation. I want to get your opinion on it. Let me go ahead, though. There was something I did want to open up the show a little bit. Yeah. Just saying that, obviously, waking up, seeing the offers that were thrown out there, what Juve did. But even with the offer that they put down on the table, it was kind of worrying to me, or a little bit like confusing to me, that it appeared that Cairo was willing to try to walk it back. Like he was willing to try to look at it and say, maybe let's give some time and see if Jean Maratta can find a few more nickels and pennies in the couch cushions. Let's see what they can find in there, so that way maybe we could try to still screw Juve over. I don't know how true that is, but
yeah, I think that's a little bit of business too, though, right? Because they said Inter said yesterday 30 plus Cesare Casade, whoever the hell that is.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Whatever. So then they rejected that, obviously. And then the next day, Inter like, hey, give us a second, we'll offer more. And they did offer more, to be fair, but it still wasn't enough. So I get it, but I was never worried. Like, Juventus were always going to outbid Inter.
Yeah.
That's why I was tripping out last night. I was like, what's going on here?
Especially moments later, I'm hoping maybe if Zhang and Morata are looking through all the Inter couch cushions, they can find another 250 million euros in there. Looks like they're going to need that here in the coming. I don't know what the deadline is for him to pay that back. But again, I don't have to care because I'm not an Inter fan. So so bleep them. Let's see. Yeah, that was the latest report. Obviously, creditors in Hong Kong, or obviously there's a 250 million euro debt. I think one of the things that I took out of this was Inter in this situation just kind of reminded me of there was a okay. You how old are you? How old are you right now? We do the age thing a lot in the channel. I know people bring it up. We talk about the age thing. How old are you?
I'm 29.
So you are 29 now. So you're not that far. I mean, you're a little bit far off now. You're closer to me than I thought. But you weren't that far away from going to college, or I guess university, as some of you would say. Do what?
6 years ago, I graduated.
6 years. Okay. I will be a decade ago that I graduated here in December. I had a victory lap there at the end.
Nice.
But this reminds me of a story, and it reminds me of something that happened to me in college. And I think this whole situation kind of seems pretty relevant, pretty comparable, if you will. Let me make sure this thing's all set up and that we're not going to have these sounds go off here in a second, because this will, and if it doesn't. Okay. So I had a friend. We were going out to the bars. I don't know. We used to do that back in those days. I don't know if you used to do that back then. Go out to the bars. Never, not then. No. Well, he was seeing a girl for a few months. They were together. They, about 2-3 months ish. They were fairly into each other. I think they were dating. We'll say that at that point. He went out on a trip. I think he was going on either work or some kind of, but it was college. I don't know. Maybe it was just like a spring break. It was probably spring break at that time. He gets back a little bit early. So, me and the guys, he gets back with us. So we end up going to the bar that night, just kind of celebrating. Where he happens to go to after we pregame, it happens to be a bar that she would also frequent quite a bit too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just a little bit. So we're pounding beers, we're enjoying the evening, if you will. We get out there, and the lady friend is there. The lady friend happens to be there, hanging out. Yes, I am Grandpa with the stories. This is what I do. It's story time, guys. She happens to be there, but I don't think she knew that he was going to be there or we were going to be there. I see a lot of people are also psychic. They kind of probably can see where this is going. Out of the corner of my eye, she starts walking toward us, like toward our group. It's literally the scene as I would describe it was very similar. You watch a lot of 2000s rom-coms or just comedies where they would do the slow it down, the bouncy and all that's going on. That's happening. Well, out of nowhere, as she's getting close to us, and I don't think she even saw us then, another man swoops in. And we're like, oh, it's a friend. It's a guy who's just hanging out. He gives her a hug. No problem there. Guys can hug. It's okay. Maybe starts touching a little bit. Maybe starts seeing a little kiss if you see going on a little bit there. And in that situation, it was probably one of the more uncomfortable things I've ever witnessed. And this to me seems comparable to what is going on. What happened to Inter in this situation? You had. Well, and of course, we made fun of the guy the whole way home, and he was heartbroken. He was sad, and things are going on. We found out at the end that he was kind of a buffer. He wasn't the guy. It was just more of one of those situations. Huh?
He's a side piece.
You ever been a buffer? You ever a buffer for anybody? No?
Never.
You and your girl been together for a while?
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is the situation that Inter was in. Inter is the buffer in this situation.
Yep.
They thought they had it in. They thought they had it locked down. They had this pretty girl, this Brazilian girl, if you will. She's a solid gal. She does what she does, and she does it well. Or he in the situation. Anyway, they thought they had it locked up, but then who walks through that door? Who's that man that you see in the corner that walks in, unzips, puts it on the table? Who's that? That's my guy, Arriva Bene. That's the guy who walked into that room and laid it on the table. And now where's he going? Now where are they going? He's going to Juve. Anyway, just want to get that out of the way. Inter, basically overall, to me, it's just enjoyable. It never hurts to see this happen to your rivals, right? Especially when you're able to do this, especially given the last few seasons that we have right now.
Yeah. So basically, you're friends with an Inter guy, though.
No. Well, yeah, actually, he's a UK fan, so it's not far off from it. It is not far off from that in that situation. But yeah, I would say that. Needless to say, also she had to find her own ride home, and it was a mess after that.
Yeah.
she did. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back on topic. So obviously we're excited. Are you sure you've never been a buffer?
I'm
Never been a buffer. Okay. What about a fluffer? I mean, we can't talk about that here on the channel.
No.
If you don't know what a fluffer is, then look it up. Anyway, okay. So I want to get your opinion on this. You give us a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown. You were looking at some stuff for the Coach's Corner. Give me a preview. Obviously, don't put it all out there, but give me the private show, if you will. Give me a little bit of the private show. What you're going to give us a little bit later tonight or tomorrow,
All
maybe,
right.
or next day. I don't know.
It's up to Ali at this point because I gave him the content. I just need it all to be wrapped up. But
It's not a good start. It's not a good start.
I'll take you backstage. I'll take you backstage. Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
So, as we all know, Bremer is a physical specimen. Like, he is massive.
Mm-hmm.
He wins battles. Like, the only gripe I have with him is he's so big and so strong, but he doesn't win a lot of aerial battles.
Yeah.
He's like 50-50. So that's one thing that's kind of weird. And it's not good that Bonucci doesn't even jump for headers anymore. So,
Right.
kind of weird. But everything else, like, he'll win his tackles. He intercepts really well. His positioning is very good. Another thing is he played, because obviously Juventus player now, but he played in a back three with Torino. So he was given the freedom to basically, obviously you play football. He was a safety. He played like as a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the equivalent of that. Yeah.
So his reading of the game is very good, though. His interceptions, I did a comparison with 6 other center backs. I included Ligt, Koulibaly, Kimpembe, Gabriel, Pau Torres.
Mm-hmm.
He destroys them in interceptions for 90 minutes. So his reading of the game is very good. His ability to win the ball up the field is similar to Ligt. So you're not losing anywhere there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I mean, is it? And I'm not trying to be overly positive, optimistic guy. That's just not me. If you're on the channel, we are the negative zone. This is what we do. But there is, to me, a little bit when I look at what's out there, what are the options you're looking at. Even when we were looking at potentially bringing in Koulibaly, I almost feel like this is the better option, right? Like this long term. Or I mean, I guess I don't know who's the better player overall. But then when you're looking at a long term situation, I mean, wait. Maybe I'm being a jackass because we just dealt with this with the Ligt. Maybe I shouldn't look at this as a long term option at all. Maybe I need to cool my jets a little bit.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen tomorrow or next year. We don't know. But in terms of long term outlook, he wanted to stay in Italy and he wanted to play in the Champions League. So he never said like he doesn't have the backstory that Ligt has, right?
Yeah.
So at this moment in time, you got to think Bremer's here for the long run. He's 25 years old. He's about to turn 26. He'll be here for at least, if everything goes well, 8 years at a good level.
Yeah.
And his trajectory currently it's going on a rise. It's not going down. So it's a good signing. It's the best out of, like, Koulibaly is the best player out of the 3 with the what's his name, Bremer.
Yeah.
But I think this is the best asset management you could do.
Yeah, to me, it made sense. Okay, dare I get into this part? And this is the part that I'm gonna have to ask. Okay, for everybody out there, where are my Juve financial advisors? Where is everybody in here right now? Where are all the financial advisors? Misak, I know you're one. Haneen, sometimes you like to dabble in it. I saw some people saying too bad it's only dudes in here. There's girls, but I'm not gonna dox anybody that are girls because just don't. unless she's okay with saying she is. I just feel like it's safe to not do that. Anyway, yeah, guys, 116 some odd people in here. Smash that freaking like button. Do me a favor. Throw me a freaking bone, if you will. But what I'm saying is everybody likes to be financial advisors when it comes to Juventus. It's one of those things that irks me a little bit sometimes, where they like to tell me how Juve's going to spend their money. Is everybody okay? Are all of our auditors okay? Is everybody okay with this deal, with the amount of money that they push toward this deal? So 47 million euros, right? It looks like total.
40.
As well as the news that just came out that's not that positive, which is that Matthijs de Ligt was 67 million euros plus 10 in bonuses, which is, I think, less than we expected it to be.
It was 3 less than what we expected.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not nothing. It's not nothing, is what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, like, we knew de Ligt wanted out. De Ligt wanted out, and we needed someone to, like, we knew this, and we needed someone to come in, and Inter was about to close on Bremer. So, you know what? I don't really care that it's 67 plus 10. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's a money, and you still, like you said, you want to talk about finances and accounting, you still make an economic positive effect. Go read the statement now, it's going to say it right at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
So,
guys, I'm trying to turn Julian up. I don't know why he's quieter. Are you able to?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. You were fine yesterday. I don't know why they're saying it's quieter, but I think overall you can still hear him enough, so it should be good.
I'm on my phone too, but I'm not on my computer.
Yeah, so that's probably. Do you have like a fan or something? No, I don't know. Do you have AC or something going on in there? I don't know. I don't know. Well. Say it with your chest. That's all you got to do. Anyway, I think overall the situation. I guess my only way of looking at it is when it comes to the amount of money. I guess with what they're putting on the table for Bremer, it leaves us with a little. If you're just allocating strictly from player A to player B, how much money you're spending, it leaves a little bit less on the table than I expected to work with. If that makes sense, but because I thought maybe there'd be a few little extra. Well, there could potentially still be some hidden monetary figures in there that we don't know, I feel like, right? Because that's what happened with Archer, and I think also there are at least, I know 3 or 4 reports out there that said something along the lines, I know Romeo Granesti was one of them, I think, that said Juve are going to get more than the 80 that said. That, at least that's what I remember. Or maybe I'm wrong. But this seems to be the final report.
If you're really a big finance nerd, go look at the balance that's presented from Juventus, because they're a publicly traded company. They send it out. Go look at it for the exact money. So don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they made the deal to make sense for them, and it makes sense for the future of the club. Like, that's all you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Don't be sour just because we sold de Ligt for that amount of money, but because we filled the hole really quick and we got a good player.
Yeah. No, I do agree with that. How do you think I'm sorry, apologies if you mentioned this while you were giving your breakdown. How do you feel did you say anything about how he transfers? Ollie's already being negative in our text group, so there it is. I know. But how do you feel? Did you say how you feel he transfers over from a 3 to a 4? I apologize. I was adjusting.
I haven't heard my opinion on that yet because I have to see. I think for the most part, the good thing is he's having his medical tomorrow. So, and if he can, he might join the guys on the trip to the U.S.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. What we're seeing, the latest report is that tomorrow potentially he'll be here doing that.
If he's here doing his medical tomorrow and everything goes well, I see him going on Thursday, which is weird that we're going Thursday, but whatever.
Right. The game's Friday, right?
Correct.
I mean, I guess they really don't matter. Like the games don't matter, but
don't matter.
I know how I felt flying from Kentucky there. Let alone they're going a couple more hours for, to Dallas, or is the first one Dallas? I think. Or is it? Oh, Vegas. Oh, damn, that's a lot. It's a decent amount further to go. I mean, I guess you're in private jets or whatever, I imagine. So I'm sure that it's not, they're not transferring over like I had to do. They're not stopping in Philly, having a couple Philly cheesesteaks, and then, getting back on a flight 3 hours later. But still, that's a rough one. But I guess the other teams are doing that as well. So, well, one of them's from Mexico, though, right?
Been there since the weekend.
Oh.
I don't know when we're left. But yeah, again, it doesn't matter. We're playing Chivas Guadalajara, whoever the hell they are.
Yeah.
But I hope he gets on the plane. And I don't hope he plays on Friday because that would be really not good.
No.
I hope he plays good fun around Madrid, though.
No, but yeah, I just hope that they, like I said, if he gets in, starts working on that chemistry with the club.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of, however that is right now, I don't care about the outcome. I would like to see some good things, but I don't care about the outcome for these matches during the summer. I care about him getting in and getting a good start, coming into the beginning of the season. Do you think, where does this leave us right now? Like, if you were looking at it analytically in the Mercado, because I've seen a few people throw that in there in the chat. I've seen people make comments saying, where does that leave us for CB, like for another CB? Are we done? Or do we snatch up Milinkovic so that way Inter can't get him either, just for fun? Or
We are done if Rugani stays. We're not done if Rugani leaves. It's based on, because we have Bonucci, we have Gatti, we have Bremer. It's up to Rugani because we're not going to carry 5 center backs. Danilo will be the 5th.
Yeah.
So we got covered there. So if Rugani leaves, we'll get a center back in. And to be honest, I need a left center back to come in.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. I would hope so, but then, we'll see how that ends up panning out. I guess right now, let's just be happy with what we're getting for now. But then tomorrow, actually, no, that's maybe. Are you all doing a live later today? No, you're not able to, are you?
I will be in.
Whatever Ollie's doing later today, we'll have that, and then tomorrow we can get right back on the hype train for another player and forget this even happened. Then I'll act like I'll be out here bitching and moaning about not getting Zaniolo, whoever it is.
So I have a question for you before you move on, and I know you have some fun things planned.
Mm-hmm.
Really excited to listen to you do that thing.
I'm sure it'll be something.
I'm going to ask you. You did the hot take video. What are your feelings?
My feelings now. They've changed. I mean, it's all circumstantial, right? So basically, and then I see B1897 saying we forget about Gatti. Yeah, but the problem is with Gatti, we're hoping. It's just all hope. There's nothing to back it up right now to prove me that he's great or good or whatever you want to say. Guys, hit that like button. Come on, if you're in here, please hit the like button. Hit me friggin' likes. Anyway, Misak was saying aggressive said we're done unless Rugani is sold. So that's interesting.
I just said that?
I guess so. Well, Misak's saying it. So if he's wrong, just yell at Misak, guys. Yell at him. Anyway, the way I feel about it, I think, it does obviously change the way I feel. Am I going to have complaints still? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to have complaints. I'm not going to blow sunshine up your ass and just tell you that everything's great, that Juve, the management are geniuses and they're making perfect decisions every which way they're going. My main issue is, well, obviously, the Ligt thing's a little bit more disappointing, but it's semantics at that point. It's just a little bit here and there. It's just I would just expected them. I'm not saying they got strong-armed a little bit, but I feel like they, obviously they gave up a little bit so that way they could really insert themselves into this Bremer deal. At the time of me doing that video, everything, unless Nico Schietta, and this is something that I really want to get into with you and Ale and ask you all your opinions. When we look at these journalists and we look at these guys that are talking about these deals that are being done, I mean, obviously, I feel like Ollie's just going to say nobody knows anything. They're just throwing whatever at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever believe that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just believing too much in journalistic integrity that you don't want to put your name on the line and look like a complete ass, because I guess that's something in Europe you can do. In America, I feel like you're kind of done at that point, at least with a lot of the sports programs here. You're going to lose all your sources. You're going to lose all your, the inside scoop or whatever you have.
Imagine Shem or Wojnarowski making a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
About the NBA, sorry.
No, you're right. You're absolutely correct. Him. I was trying to think who else there is out there that I know by name. A lot of the names I would know, people wouldn't know because they're all local, or like Pat 40. I don't know if people know who Pat 40 is. He writes for college. It's college stuff, college sports and all that. But he's really big in what he does. There's names like that are out there. One of them is Doug Gottlieb, who made his... He's infamous for stealing a bunch of people's credit cards when he was in college, and now he's a big, sports talk show host. So, you guys, you can make it. you can make it from whatever walk of life you come from. Anyway, I'm still trying to sit. I'm trying to see how I sit on this. To be honest, I feel differently, but also I'm not going to completely walk it back and just say that everything's great now. I think this was a fantastic deal. I think it's a fantastic move that they were able to get this done. I don't think 47 is. You're bordering on a little bit too high, but I will never compare about a price. I just won't. Me personally am not going to compare about a price tag because I ain't paying. I ain't footing the bill. It's not me doing it. If they think that they can do it and they think they can afford it and they put that value on a player, that's what the player's worth. It's like supply demand. That's just how I look at it. Then when I go back to this, what I was talking about, Nico Scietta and him really hammering it home that week, literally 48 hours before, saying, guys, Juve are not in for Bremer. He was never a Juve name. Yeah. And then you sit here right now, I don't know how because he's been so almost spot on when it comes to this Mercado. He's done he did a fantastic job leading into this. That's one of those situations where I just kind of I don't know how to feel about him right now.
I think he's still the best.
You do? Yeah. Okay, and then here, let me throw this out there. And Misak does bring up a point that I did kind of want to ask. Guys, we got like 130 people. Come on, get those likes up, guys. Just give me to 100 so I can stop bitching and moaning. At least 100. That's all I ask, 100. In normal life, it would be funny. I'd be scrounging to get 100. But thank you all. I appreciate it. Help us get to 100. Misak says, can we now believe in Molina again? Anyone else having hope for him? Well, the deal's not done, but it feels like for all intents and purposes. I mean, was there a here we go for him yet? Or what is the... or did we all quit looking at Molina? Did we just stop?
I don't believe there was a here we go yet, but Misak is drinking the Juventus Gatorade right now, and he's feeling it. He's feeling something. Because I don't believe that we're going to get Molina.
I love my guy Misak, but you drink a lot of the Kool-Aid. You drink a lot of the Kool-Aid when it comes to Juve. I'm a Juve fan, and I want to believe, but at the same time, to me, there's so many little issues that you can point at that I'm like, they're not doing it perfectly. Nobody's perfect.
I think the Bremer thing is circumstantial because we might have not been linked to him because we didn't the lit. But now because we pulled the lit, we saw an opportunity, we pounced. I don't think this is the same for Molina because we don't have a desperate, hey, when I say this, don't take the Bible. We don't have a desperate need for our right back because we have so many players already.
Yeah.
Because we don't need, but we do need one. We need a good one. But we have so many players in that position already, it doesn't make sense.
I'm much more desperate for the left back. Yeah, for the left side than I am the right.
Okay. No, we sold Ligt. We needed desperately a center back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We haven't sold Danilo, DeShilio, stupid and stupider. We have.
Yeah.
Well, we do, but in terms of man strength, no.
Mm-hmm. LB brings up a good question. They ask, where do we go from here, though? Who is next? Who is that next target? What?
Sell people.
Well, right. Sell is. I'm trying to look. Honestly, I'm not trying to be the guy. It could be dead in the water at this point. I don't know. But like Dan Keita brought it up. I feel like Zaniolo would be the other guy. I'm trying to think who else really sticks out that Juve are really actually interested in right now that they're going to make a move for. They're, Help me out. Who am I blanking on right now? And Udogie and Molina would be great guys, but Udogie and Molina, they ain't coming. I mean, not this year. Huh?
Morata.
I mean, but Morata's one that could wait. Sorry, my voice I just squealed like a little prepubescent girl. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still sick. I'm still sick, but this is worth it. Damn it. We got Bremer. I mean, maybe it is Milinkovic. I don't know. I see people saying Milinkovic because he's cheap, because you could pluck him away from Inter and still kind of continue to laugh at Inter. Maybe that's it. Maybe that is the answer. I don't know. But yeah, Morata one. I feel like that one can wait till the end of the Mercado. Kind of like he was the first time, right?
Yeah. I don't know if Edgar's saying Icardi. Shock. But I think you need to sell players because you got to see what you got. Like, you got to sell at least 4 center midfielders, or get rid of.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
You need to sell. Well, you have 5 fullbacks. So I don't know. There's too many players on the squad right now.
Yeah, you definitely have to find some. I mean, plenty of solutions there. Yeah, and is this the part where we're gonna like tune out a little bit? Go ahead.
Ramsey news was nice today. What
happened? I didn't see that one. I was so beat over the head by.
So apparently we're in talks to terminate his contract for only $3 million, not $4 million.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's starting to gear up again, so that's good.
Yeah, I'll take that one. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm so worn out, tired of even hearing about Ramsey after last summer. That this one, every time it pops up, I don't even want to read it. I just want to skip it. Guys are throwing out Bernardi. Let's get Ronaldo as a backup. We need wingers. I mean, do we? We
have at this moment Maria and Chiesa, who's hurt.
Yeah,
and Moise, count him.
Yeah. I would count him because that's where I've seen him be most successful. And now you could argue he's going to have a much better setup midfield wise to actually help him maybe be better. I mean, because you brought up the points that he is, when it comes to scoring, been more proficient than Zaniolo obviously last season. And then if you look at the season before that, where he actually was playing with a fairly good squad, that he did well playing with PSG as a winger. So it's a possibility.
Absolutely.
This is where we can actually get into having some fun and actually talking about what we're actually doing with this team instead of just praying that we get somebody.
I'm so over this.
Yeah.
Transfer talk.
I am.
I don't live for it, but oh my goodness.
I mean, this channel, most of these channels that are like this are founded on, here's the problem. Transfer talk is great. It ends, September 1st or whatever it is, right? Yeah. But then September 2nd, the transfer talk for the winter starts. You know it's going to be out there right away. So we're always going to keep doing it. Belotti is not coming in. I don't think you really want Belotti, guys, as a backup. I don't think. Just move on. Let him.
We thought Bernardeschi was bad. This guy's horrible.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Rafa's. I see people pushing the Vice to Vlahovic. But that would be Morata in that situation. I also saw what the news outlet saying Juve's leaning more toward Morata than they are to Zaniolo, which I don't think they fit the same category. I mean, outside of your brain.
If you keep Keane and you take Morata back, there's no room for Zaniolo. In terms of player, in terms of personnel. Again, I'm not saying in terms of quality. I'm saying personnel.
Yeah. My biggest problem is, where's the interest? Where's the interest for anybody? I mean, I know obviously we've been reporting, or we won't report shit. We just talk about it. Let's be clear. We've talked about lately, obviously so many things that Juve are moving on, but I feel like it's been weeks since I recall any kind of conversation of just the random little sporadic bullshit news. Manchester United is in for Rabiot. They're interested in him. Chelsea are interested in whoever. Alexandra thrown in there somewhere, even though he's not going to go anywhere. Those kind of situations. And I see people asking, Kostic it's not happening this year. It's not happening. No. Let's just say it's not happening.
Yeah, Kostic is not coming. Mm-hmm. Are we RJMing that, or we just don't think he's coming?
I actually just don't think he's coming.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Are you RJMing it or wait?
I'm not RJMing.
No, I will say. Okay, let's actually talk about that real quick. I don't know how much longer you got. I know you have to get going here in a sec.
Oh yeah, like 8 minutes tops.
Okay. Can we talk about Ale real quick? Can we talk about him? Was he RJMing yesterday and today, or was he actually serious?
No, he had to have been. Like I was not worried. Usually I RJM, but I was not worried whatsoever.
Yeah,
He was definitely RJ. Like he had to have been.
It's unbelievable. Like I don't know how this man works. Ale, if you're around, defend yourself. Come on the channel right now. Come talk about this. I need to hear your position. I need to hear you because you were not. I don't want to say not sane, but the stuff that I heard coming out of him was unbelievable. Like
if we were face to face with him, when he was texting us, he'd be like he'd be red faced, ruffled, everything would be all over the place.
Oh, he was mad.
Working on the technical side, like with the videos.
Yeah.
He gets like that. He'd be like that last night.
Oh yeah, he was mad. Big mad. Guys, 5 likes to 100. Come on, guys. Can we get 5 likes to 100?
I see 5. Nice.
Say it again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we got this close and you guys aren't doing it for me. Like, come on. At least get that for me. For Bremer. We were excited about Bremer coming. Yeah. Let's see. Any other comments that you really have right now? Anything that you want to get off your chest that you're thinking of while I have you here? I'm honestly
just I'm ready to watch them on Friday just to see back and see what's going on. If we actually change the way we're going to play.
Yeah.
I want to see if we're going to take it to a team like Chivas. But to be honest, I think we're going to start the season or start this preseason game in a 4-4-2, but like not with the winger. Like not. Do you remember the Empoli game last year, match day 2?
Yes, yeah, I do.
When we tried to put McKennie through the gap up the middle, I think we're going to do that on Friday. Just because we don't have wingers at this moment, and we do not have the personnel ready to rock. Because I don't think Vlahovic is 100%.
Yeah. Are we doing a watch along on Friday?
I have to see if I can get the channel, but maybe.
What's it on? Is it not on Paramount Plus? I thought people said that some of them
it's
were on there.
Paramount Plus. I have to see if I can get that.
Oh, you don't have Paramount Plus, do you?
Like we do, but I don't want to pay for it just for the preseason.
Oh.
So,
wait, hold up. Do you cancel it like as soon as the season ends, and then like you like wait a couple months and then rebuy it, or do you not?
No, because I don't use Paramount Plus during the season. I use something called Fubo.
Oh yeah,
and I have here, but for this particular one, I'm gonna try and see if I get a free trial for like a week with an email.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, maybe we can get you on the family plan or something like that. We'll just figure that one out. Yeah, exactly. I see a lot of people hyping up the Bremer and Gatti. One thing that is kind of surprising though to me is just the talk about we had Bremer for so long. We had Gatti used, linked with a piece to go along with trying to buy Bremer.
Yep.
Now you got them both. So maybe that could be something solid. I mean, hopefully. I mean, Juve are banking on it at this point right now. I feel like I dumb Comcast for Fubo. Okay, wait 1 sec. Juve not flying to Las Vegas until Thursday. Not only is it 9-hour time difference, but kickoff is at 5 a.m. Italy time. Yeah, they're gonna be exhausted. Yeah, I mean,
you mentioned that, right? That's crazy.
I guess they're all just taking like a ton of melatonin and just knocking out, and that's like their plan is just sleeping the whole time, the whole way there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I wanted. I wanted your take on this because you mentioned this in our chat, and I mentioned I think when I first started the show, Fabrizio Romano talking way not mentioned a lot about Bremer, only put it out like once or twice or something like that, like barely.
So, when I sent that message to you guys, he tweeted about Bremer twice. Once with the Inter and Juventus offered what the deals, and then here we go. And then during that time, Fabrizio Romano was tweeting about Aaron Moy, who's been in Australia for 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
And he's retweeted that he was going to Celtic like half-year contract. 4 times.
I mean,
he is spiteful.
Yeah, a little bit. He's big mad. He's big mad online, and that's all it is. I get it. I mean, he's Premier League anyway, man. He doesn't have time for Serie A. Unless
Exactly.
it's Lukaku going to Juve for what did Alex? How much was it? They're spending 20 million on him this season.
I don't want you to waste any of your Inter rant. So
Not that it died, but I just feel like there might be some. We'll see what we can get into a little bit. I was hoping people would be going a little bit harder at Inter, but I feel like you guys aren't really. I don't know. I don't feel it.
can you give the thing to the chat or to our Discord group?
Yeah, the link.
Maybe
Yeah, guys. If you are a member of the channel, and that's let me throw that in there real quick. If you guys are a member of the channel, I didn't mean to reply. I meant to copy the link. Here we go. I'm going to throw the link in the Discord chat right now. If you guys are a member of the channel, go into our Discord. If you want to hop in on here when Julian hops out, you guys can do that. This is your opportunity. I want to hear your all's comments. Your excitement about it, your any trepidations, anything you have like that. I'll throw it out there for you guys. You guys can come on here, rant, say whatever you want. You can say bleep Inter if you want. Maybe don't go too hard with the F-bombs. But you can do some of that for sure.
Let's poop on Inter for a bit because they've had too much time in the sun the past couple of years. So let's poop on them.
Yeah. It's now
They put them in the dirt.
Now is your time. Let me go ahead while you are here. Actually, you gotta get out of here, don't you? I'll let you get out, and then I'll do the drop. Okay.
Oh, now. Okay. Thanks, Justin.
Ciao,
Good
man.
job.
Take
Everybody,
care.
we got Bremer. Be happy.
Exactly.
Let's watch the next one. Peace out.
All right. See you, man. And he's out of here. All right, guys. We are going to get some of you guys in here if you want to join in at least. We'll throw that in there. I'll throw it in the membership thing once again. There it is. The link is now in our Discord. If you guys want to hop in, feel free to hop in whenever you get a chance. Click on that link there. We're going to let you guys spout off on whatever you want to talk about when it comes to the signing of Bremer, or if you want to ask or talk about anything else right now. If you could, guys, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Sharing the video definitely does help too. Definitely, we're going to try to grow the community that we have here. A lot of what we do here is community based, and that's a big part of it all. Real quick, let me go ahead and throw this read real quick to you guys just to make sure I remind you guys, we are doing a giveaway on this channel. We will be giving away an official Juventus Paul Pogba shirt. It'll be going, I think it'll be August 1st that we are doing the giveaway. It'll be, only thing you have to do, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get on Twitter. You retweet the, one of the posts that whatever, the most recent post or any of the posts that we put out there with the Paul Pogba giveaway. I'll be keeping track of that. So you guys can do that. Make sure you tag a friend in it as well, and make sure, and then you will be entered in to win the Paul Pogba shirt. And most importantly, if you want to have a better opportunity to end up winning the Paul Pogba shirt, consider joining the member squad. So if you join the member squad, the members club for the Bianconeri Zone, there's 3 different levels. Let's just talk about the premium level right now, because that's the most important one when it comes to if you want to have a better opportunity to win the Paul Pogba shirt. I know they're expensive. What's not expensive is our members club. It's only $5 USD a month. I guess right now, Euro USD is about the same. I haven't checked it in recent hours, but from what I can recall, they're pretty much the same. They're about even right now. Anyway, we don't need to do economics right now. What you get with it, you see all the people in the chat that have the loyalty badges by their name. They get a different one as they move up and as they do all that. As well as you get the emojis. Looks like we're going to have to remove the delete emoji, like right now. Like, I feel like right now it should be moved. So we're going to have to look at getting rid of that one. As well as you get, obviously, the monthly wallpaper. And you get access to the Discord's members chat, which is the reason that you're able to hop on the show like we do. Like Julian, well, Julian can do it, obviously. But like Misak and people like that can do it too. Okay, Misak, yeah, go ahead and hit that link, and then I'll see you whenever you get in here. Oh, there we go. And now we've got naked HD girls, and let me make sure that I block them from the channel real quick. We had this happen to us during a, what's it called? Let's see. How do I hide? Oh, there we go. All right, naked HD girls, you are now banned from the channel. Thank you for your support of the channel. The sex ads are here. Usually that's only after dark, so I don't know how that happened. Anyway, the most important part is the giveaway priority. You get 5 times the opportunity. Normally you only get one entry per person. Now you get 5 entries per person for that Paul Pogba shirt. So definitely check into that. Consider doing it. If you thought about consider joining the member squad, now is the perfect opportunity to do that now. So, okay, I am waiting on, it looks like Misak or somebody else wants to hop into the channel, as well as we'll see if Alejandro gets back anytime. One of the things that I found most interesting when it came to the the situation for Bremer is just the overall narrative that Inter have kind of had we've seen a lot of people pushing this narrative, and I couldn't really disagree with them for a long time. If we're being honest, you look at the moves that Inter have made throughout this Mercado, and it seems like they had some pretty good, pretty smart moves for their squad composition. Let's say that. Now, one of my favorite parts of this move is just that you're helping yourself while you're hurting your enemy. You're taking them away from Inter. Torino, do I count them as that high? No, obviously, right? But at the same time, they've given Juve a couple matches, obviously in the Derby della Mole, where Juve have dropped points to Inter, or not to Inter in the Derby d'Italia, but to Torino in the Derby della Mole. Take another good player of theirs that hurts them as well. They can take some money. Who cares? I think in this situation right now, though, it's kind of interesting to see how this is going to pan out for them. We talk about the Skriniar deal. We talk about also that Inter could potentially be going after Mehdi Demiral right now, which I find very interesting and kind of really just funny overall that they'd be going after Demiral. So they'll be giving 10% of that purchase, if they do it, back to Juve. But of course, Zaniolo would also do the same thing. Another point that I wanted to bring up here at the very end, this comment, it's from Tudo Mercado Web. So, take it with a grain of salt. But basically said that Urbano Cairo, the Torino president, said, talking about Casadei, talking about the player that Inter tried to include in with the deal, basically just said, it is unacceptable that Inter values a player who has no Serie A appearances so highly. So basically, bleep that, no, I wanted cash, give me cash. And I had never heard of the player, so that's where we sat with it. Okay, let's see some of the comments you guys are seeing. Edgar, I do see your chat. I see where you're saying about you must be seeing that Icardi may not be as bad. Okay, I get it. I get the Icardi thing. I get it. You love Icardi. Icardi's your guy. It ain't happening. The Icardi train has left the station. It's not happening anytime soon. And then Dennis or Denise or Denny was saying Big Z is not worth 50 million cash. No, I agree. I mean, not right now. Not when I say not right now, what I mean is you're not going to pay 50 million all at once. Also, you're going to tell me though, Bremer, who was valued at about 25, and they moved up to 47, that a player who has a valuation somewhere around 45, 50, you wouldn't pay that. I don't know. But again, I don't think Juve are going to end up paying. It doesn't make sense to me. They wouldn't pay 50 mil right now. They'd pay 10 on a loan, and then I think they could get him probably for 30 over top. They're looking at 45 million euros, especially by the end of it. But yeah. Okay, then thank you, Mateen or Matin. Sorry, I want to make sure I say that right. Says guys, Zaniolo's valued at 40, not 50. He was valued. He was. The number that was thrown in there, let me give a sip of a drink real quick. The number that was thrown out there by Roma was that they wanted 50 to begin with. They started with 70, and he's never been worth 70. So they're always going to throw high no matter what. That's just business. Yogi, we talked about that. Matthias de Ligt to Bayern. Here we go. Verbal agreement reached. Clubs have been in contact all day. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're talking about the original previous reports that it was worth more than 80. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know what comes of that. We'll see. Ravens are saying we want to play a 4-3-3, and we had Di Maria and maybe Quadrado as wingers. We'll see. Quadrado, I think, get Quadrado on the bench for me for a while. Misak, have you tried to do it? I have not had it pop in yet. Let me check to make sure real quick. Giovanni Albanese is also reporting and confirming that Bremer will take his Juve medical tomorrow. All right, let me refresh this, see if I can get anybody else in here. Otherwise, we will move on to the other part of it, if we can get it to reload. Taking a second there. All right. Okay, Mario is saying that Paul Torres will go to City as Juve can't afford 50. Yeah, that's fine. I think at this point, you're not going to spend that kind of money on a center back. There we go. We got it. We got him in here. All right, let me bring Misaki in here. I'm going to put him over here on. Let me make sure this is set up correctly. That should be on there. There we go.
Hello.
What's up, my friend? How you
Hey,
doing, Misak?
Justin.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And very happy. We just signed the best defender in the league.
Yeah.
Traded one of the best prospects in the world, of course, but we got the best defender in the league that fills that hole perfectly. Plus, we made some cash. I was expecting more. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was defending. Remember, I was defending the 75 million
Yeah.
base. 67 million base hits me a bit.
Yeah.
It is getting, your ass handed to you a bit. But apparently, again, according to Agresti, it's because we made a deal with what's her name, the Licht's what's her name, the lawyer. We made
Oh,
it so that
Rafael Pimenta?
uh, yeah.
Mhm.
We made it so that we can bring Pogba for less with less wages and less, but we have to give the Ligt what he wanted, which is to leave us. So
Right.
it was a bigger problem if we couldn't bring Bremer because we don't have the funds to bring a quality as same as
Yeah.
him. But for now, it's good. I'm hyped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hyped. And there's stuff we're gonna address. We said it, but yeah, everything is a-okay today. And also, as always, Inter in the mud. Beppe Marotta, everybody's hyping him, and
Yep.
he's the best sporting director in all of Italy.
Right.
Utter BS, complete BS. I can't stand it for one more second. People handing him, oh, he's the best. What did he do this summer? What did he do? Onana that is not a good goalkeeper, by the way.
Mhm.
He's a fail. Mkhitaryan, he's like, he's he was good, but he's like 34, 35,
Mhm.
nothing. Aslani, prospect, you don't know how it goes. Belanova is utter crap. He's worse than Cambiaso,
Yeah.
honestly.
Mhm.
He's worse than Cambiaso that we loaned out. Well, and they're gonna sell Skriniar on top of it and replace it by Demiral or Milenkovic. So yeah, that's the best sporting director. Meanwhile, we have Cherubini and Iravodene that
Mhm.
are working slow a bit
Yeah.
on some stuff,
The
but
the
yeah,
Bremer,
like
give them their credit on the Bremer. I mean, I don't need to tell you to do it, but I would, especially in this situation, I give them credit for the Bremer situation just because of how quickly they had to move on this, and given the reports that were out there, obviously saying that Juve, whatever Nico Schietta and guys like that who had those reports and held firm with that Juve weren't interested. I'm sure, obviously, no matter what back channels you're going to be reaching out and putting out feelers there to see what's going on, and if it's possible to even do it, especially given that Inter were so the belief was locked up. It seemed that he was locked up at going to Inter. And that's why I can give a little bit more leeway when it comes to. I'm not happy about the deal, about the money that was lost with Matthias de Ligt, but Juve were kind of held a little bit by the nads when it came to you got to do this move quick. You got to find a way to move him off and then go ahead and go after Bremer and lock that one up. So
you know why that there was no competition with him? Apparently, the scouts that saw De Ligt, they wanted a guy like Chelsea wants a guy that's already used to a three-man system that is very fast on the sides, so it cover. De Ligt isn't super fast on the first couple of meters. He gets faster later on. So they wanted somebody that's very good and unclumsy, because sometimes De Ligt is clumsy at that.
yeah,
They don't want somebody that's in the middle of the center back. That's Thiago Silva. If they wanted to replace Thiago Silva, they would have gone, deep into De Ligt. They want De Ligt because he's good. He's good in interceptions. He's
Yeah.
good in coming out. But they didn't want that. They want somebody on the sides that's fast. So they were like, no. So we were hog-tied with Bayern Munich, and they accepted it, and we saw why they accepted it, which is a bit disappointing. Yeah, I agree with you.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, we got a Serie A Defender of the Year. So nothing. That's like plus we screwed Inter's Mercato perfectly.
Yeah.
They just blew it up completely for them. So
Yeah.
like A++.
If you can help yourself
What's
by hurting
better?
your enemies, there's nothing better.
Like you got your best competitor
Mm.
to sell, that's gonna sell their best defender, and they're not gonna replace it in equal quality, so they're gonna drop down.
Yeah.
They don't get Dybala too, which is double. So they screwed their whole market in 24 hours, and they cannot replace anything with the same quality. It's just pure joy.
Yep.
So yeah,
It was definitely nerve-wracking there, though, for a second, because if this would have not panned out, if for some reason Juve win it, and I think Misak's still there, hopefully, yeah, there we go. If for some reason Juve were to have lost out on Bremer, we all would have been sitting here, what next? But luckily, that's not the issue that we're sitting at, because, I mean, we have the rumors out there being the same thing that Inter was rumored to have Milinkovic being an option. And there's no way you could have sold that. There's no way you can sell that as that's the guy who's going to hold over until. And then I don't even know what you look at for next Mercado. I'm sure you're going to have other options out there. Paul Torres, though, probably spending a lot more than you probably had to spend for potentially what you're spending for Bremer right now.
exactly. You're gonna spend at least 55 million
Yeah.
in order to come to Villarreal for a guy that's not the best defender in his league. He's a good ball player, but not the best defender. He would be in the future if he doesn't renew. I think his contract ends at 24, if I'm not wrong, not 23. So next year we can even, if he would like to come to us, we can fight for him, which is a good prospect. In order to move on Bonucci.
Mm-hmm.
We know Bonucci is getting up in the age and stuff. Like we have this market that we are trying as much as possible to get some players for now and for the 3-4 year project. Some players as band-aids like Di Maria, but we have to balance it out in some way. My hope right now is to just get those Rabiot. Now, Rabiot is secondary, but first Arthur. That's the major headache because he is zero value for Arthur. Zero, like negative. Rabiot can do some jobs in defensively, but Arthur is nothing. No use. So what's the point of keeping some guy like that? So we have to move that one off. Sandro, he's leaving next year. No problem. Rabiot too next year.
Well, little problem. Not no problem, but little problem is then you got to deal with him for a year. But that's the only problem.
We're doing a band-aid over it, and we're getting some quality to cover it on top of it. So yeah, there is a bit of a problem, but for long term, he's just we just keep him for 6 and then he goes away. Who cares?
Yeah.
And Rabiot who goes away. So we're making more spots available for other players. And let's see. I just hope we don't get any midfielders and we give chance to like a Rovella and the Vecchioli, those two especially, because what I heard, Rovella for 13 million, it's less than what we paid for Rovella back then. And he's a guy that back then had only half a year of experience. Now he has like 2 years of experience in Serie A, and he's a great regista if we're gonna use him as a sub regista, and Fagioli a bit like a mezzala. Okay, so we have everything according to plan. We just have to shave the fat off and move on for the forwards. The problem is with the forwards, honestly. If we're gonna bring in Morata as not the substitute for Vlahovic, I'm very disappointed by that, because if you're gonna just log jam Morata on the left wing, even though he's a striker, what's the point? Why are you playing 4-3-3 if you're gonna do that? What kind of targeting and marketing are we doing with that? So yeah, but for now, every step, great. Still, there's long ways to go, and I feel like this management is not pushing very fast. Even though some would prefer to get everybody ready during the preseason and finish it off, they are like slowly checking on opportunities that fit the profile to give the money now, big money now or not. Bremer, it was an opportunity we were gonna lose because everything stated that it was going on Monday, and Sunday night, boom, the zipper unzaps and then on the table directly. Take it. You gotta hit it like that,
Exactly. That's what our boy, our guy, not our boy. He's older than me, and I've been saying it now, and I've heard enough people saying it that now I start saying it. It makes me cringe every single time. Our guy, Arriva Bene, puts it on the table. Guys, if you're in here right now, do me a favor, hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Consider joining the member squad, all that good stuff. One other thing I did want to make sure I comment on is because I never do it. I never put a shout out for it. I think it's down in the description down below. We have a store for our channel. We have shirts and different stuff like that. I have glassware, I guess, and stuff like that. We drink out of hoodies, all that cool stuff. Make sure you check it out. It's at I believe it's Biancanere's own channel, store.com. make sure. But it's down in the description. Make sure you do that. But anyway, just hit the like button at least for me right now,
Yeah.
and for my guy Misak
Plus, I
who's in here.
still have look. Kostic, by the way, he didn't renew yet, and there is total silence. That silence for 2 weeks for Kostic. He may be an opportunity at the end of the Mercato, in case they're not gonna. If in case which Zaniolo's evaluation is not gonna drop to for before lower than 50, or
Yeah.
they're not gonna accept in an exchange. I feel like maybe they're gonna hit on Kostic, in case it's not gonna happen. Morata, probably, let's see, hopefully it's just a sub for what's his name, Vlahovic,
Vlahovic?
because off the bench, everybody knows off the bench Morata is one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
The issue with Morata is when he starts games.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Absolutely. And
Not,
he's weak mentally, and that's his main problem. And
he's weak mentally.
he can't be the
Exactly,
guy. He's good at being the
Exactly.
supporter. He's a great support role.
He's a guy that can fill a role in a team very well. One of the best, if you want to say, to do that. But as the main protagonist, never.
Yeah.
He can't do that. And let's see in the front line what's going to happen. Because I feel like Allegri is going to put Cuadrado as the right wing sub. So we have Di Maria and Cuadrado on the right. We need X and Chiesa on the left. Morata and Vlahovic. So X, maybe the X is Keane if Keane doesn't go. And then I'm disappointed, honestly, because what's the point of getting Morata if you have Keane?
Yeah.
No, you are either or. You can have one problem, not two at the same time.
It's going to be a very, very interesting next couple of weeks or so, like especially right now, because for all intents and purposes, you look at it, not that buying's done, but your need areas are kind of covered for a bit for now. I'm hoping Gatti steps up and becomes an important piece, and I hope they wouldn't really need another one. But like you mentioned earlier about the midfield, yeah, the one guy that's been really rumored with Juve is just Paredes, and that's a guy that like I'm not excited about when it comes to the midfield. And then the only way you could sell it to me is obviously Ramsey's going to be out regardless, but Ramsey, Rabiot, Archer, like you get all these guys flooded out, and then I could bite the bullet.
I won't bite the bullet because we have a replacement sub for. I would still keep Locatelli as the regista, even though it's not his best position. But he can grow in that role even better than others can. And we have Fagioli and Rovella that can play as regista. Why are we gonna shell that much money unless we're trying to move out Keane? Then fine, okay, you're opening up a slot.
Yeah.
Fine, I can a bit agree upon it, but other than that, it's pointless. Why are we getting Paredes to play as a regista? His short passing game is good. His long passing game is okay. Yeah. Well, what's the point of it? You want a regista to just hit long balls, and that's my issue. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what Milinkovic-Savic will happen. His contract ends in 23.
Yeah.
There is no talk of renewing at the moment. You don't know what will happen
Yeah.
at the end of the market. I'm not hopeful on it.
That's a little.
much.
Yeah.
That is too much. I'm that's extreme. Not maybe. Let's see. Everything is like day by day.
Here's what I'm
Maybe
doing. Here's the one thing we do on the channel. There's no possibility that Milinkovic-Savic will be here at the end of the Mercado.
This summer, I don't think so.
No. This is what I'm doing. There's no chance that Milinkovic-Savic will be there at the end of the Mercado for Juve. Just a little RJM. Just a little Julian RJM. That's just what you got to do sometimes.
Zero chance, especially if he rejects the renewal. Zero chance.
Yeah, exactly.
thing.
No chance. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, you would have a monster of a team, and like Allegri would have zero excuses if you could get a guy like Milinkovic-Savic in there as well.
He has almost no excuse right now with the guys we brought in. It's like 50% done. We have a 3-4-3-3 almost ready. Like needs a couple of stuff. There is for Serie A with the level we have in Serie A. There shouldn't be any excuse for him. And he has the same team. He got the players he wants. He got winners. He got. What do you need more? Yeah, you need more to compete in Europe. But right now we're not trying to compete in Europe. We're just like, fine, quarterfinals, great, clap for you. round
I
of
mean,
16, but we want the Scudetto. We
and I
want
mean,
our
yeah.
title back.
And I'm being honest, and I know people don't like when we set the bar low, but and I don't either. I don't like moving the bar
I like
constantly.
being
My
realistic as
bar,
much as
yeah, my bar is go win the Scudetto, go win the Scudetto this season. And that's where I sit with it. Until Champions League at this point has become one of those things. Obviously, with those finals that Juve played in, I mean, you had to have hope at that point. But now, after 3-4 years straight of similar results, it's just kind of beating you down. And I'm just at this point, I'm like, until I see them make it past the round of 16, it'll be, I believe it when I see it for right now. And I'm just go win the Scudetto.
that's my goal. Just go, focus on the Scudetto, get out of your group, focus on the Scudetto, get that patch soon on your chest.
Yep.
Okay, show them who's the boss. Get your 40th title as soon as possible before the two Milanese get their second star. We got our fourth star. Yeah, we have 38 titles. We don't have 36, by the way.
Yep.
Screw everybody that thinks the opposite.
That actually came to my head, and that's something I was going to bring up. If Juve get 2 more Scudetti, do they put the 4-star? Can they decide that? Can they do it?
4-star everywhere.
They'll do it?
Doesn't matter to them. Remember when we got our 30th?
Yeah. I was trying to remember. Yeah. Okay, I said go ahead. I just want to make sure. I was like, would they go ahead and would they do it? Because I know here in America, sometimes some places do that, but a lot of there's usually a lot of other reasons that they're held not to do stuff like that. But if they can be a little bit flagrant with it, I'd be happy.
It's Italy and Achilles, you have the two best combinations in everywhere. They have the strongest say. So let's see. But yeah, we need those 2 titles as soon as possible before focusing on Europe.
Yeah.
We want to get that done. Because we thought before, like during the 9 years reign, that you first have to secure the Scudetto to go for the UCL. No, it's not usually it's not like that. It's like you play your games in the league, but then when it comes to the UCL, you just go dead on it. Yeah. Right now, it's not our focus. We just get our 4th star, screw the other Milanese clubs, then move on, focus on the Champions League. And everything would come with time. We're trying to fix all the mess that Paratici made, which was a big mess, as we see.
Yeah.
And we're trying to move on. So I'm very happy. I'm very proud to be a Juventus fan today, especially screwing over our bitter rival for one of the best players in the league.
It's a good day.
Nothing worse than that. I'm just very glad and happy.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting day. It's one of those things where, I feel as good as you can, especially given the breakdown. Just watching a little highlight. Yes, I've seen Bremer play, but I'd be lying if I said that I watched all the footage and broke down his game. Like, I'm hoping Julian's going to be doing tonight, so we can watch that and kind of get his coverage there. But I know that he's a workhorse.
Oh yeah. I watched him against the big teams, against Napoli, against Milan, against Inter. Lights out every time. Lights out. He is the only player you see on the pitch doing everything, pushing up high, taking the ball, and running toward. Like, I've never seen a center back running towards the other's defense, trying to score.
Yeah.
When it's like he's playing in the Eredivisie,
Yeah. Was it you or was it somebody else who dropped into the thing that said that Vlahovic got locked up by him? Or was it somebody else? Somebody just posted it earlier today.
Yeah. Vlahovic got locked by him 2 times.
I'll take it. If it's our guy doing it now, I'll take it.
That's what I was afraid of. You know why? If we went to Inter, we were screwed. He was going to play in the center and then block out Vlahovic every time.
Yep.
Like, sure, he loses the 50-50s in headers, but everything else, he's a monster on the field. And he's fast. He's very fast for a defender. So yeah, I'm very glad this is a coup. And you know what's the interesting part? That the Brazilian national team hasn't picked him up yet. But I fear that once we start our UCL and they see how good he is, I'm afraid that he won't go to Italy, where we desperately need a center back of his quality.
I would love for him to do it. I don't think he will, just because, like you said, I think obviously Brazil will do, but also just because he mentioned it in the last interview I saw, where he basically said, he said, playing for Brazil is my dream. If that doesn't happen, I'll play for Italy. It wasn't very enthusiastic. It was like,
Yeah.
sure,
Like we were the second choice.
say that again.
Like we're the second choice. Like we're not the.
Yeah, it's
He doesn't want to play with us, but he's like, if I want to play international games, I'll stay with. I'll choose Italy.
yeah, it's a bridesmaid, not a bride situation kind of thing. That's kind of what it is.
Even though his wife is Italian, by the way, I think.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
met.
But
So
I think that's how he's able to do it, right? Through marriage and then
Yeah.
meet him.
That's how he can. I think he already has it in the passport already.
How old
So
is
it's a
he?
matter of choosing.
He is
He's 25. He's 2
25.
years older than the Ligt.
kind of weird. I
He's
think
97.
it's kind of weird because I looked through his information and I could be wrong. I could have just skimmed it, perused it real quick. He's never played for like even like a youth side at all for any kind of international level. That's odd. I don't know. Do you find that odd? I find it kind of very odd because Rugani's played for the
No,
Italian
'cause-
nationals, lower level side.
Because Brazil had a very worse decline during this period with turmoil between the coach and the players. So there wasn't any foundation like, let's say, Mancini is doing right now with the national team to bring players up, to just grow players, give them chances, and etc. No, they're getting the big names because look at the Brazilians they have. Like, forget about Neymar now. Neymar is the most useless name they have, from Rafinha to Richarlison and like many others. Bruno Guimaraes. They have a lot of names, a lot of big names that play in the PL or like the top clubs.
Yeah, they
So
just
they're not
stockpile
looking-
talent.
Yeah, like we were looking at João Pedro and Balotelli as strikers. That's how bad we were. Imagine. And they're like picking anything up. And the defense, and the funny part is their defense is like Marquinhos and I think Thiago Silva. So like he can easily get in that squad. It's a matter of choice. I think he can make it for the World Cup. He can maybe break through and be like a breakthrough player of the tournament. I have hopes in, but I personally don't want him to go, just so that we don't have any injury concerns or stuff. Let everybody be relaxing for 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, wait, you don't want him to go to where? To Dallas, or are you saying to Brazil? Are you talking about for
World Cup to
World
Qatar,
Cup.
or maybe let him come to Qatar because I can see him live.
Right? That's fair. How far are you from where that is? From
Nothing.
the
Like
stadium?
5 minutes.
Oh, really? Wow, that's awesome.
There's like everything is in Doha. Like it's like in a Doha is like, how can I say it? Like it's just a district in US, Nothing
Okay.
more.
Yeah.
It's like a very small place, and like there's 6 stadiums just around there. So yeah, it's easy to go to any game. So
Yeah.
if Bremer joins, maybe I'll buy a ticket for Brazil if he gets chosen, of course.
It's a damn
let's-
shame that it's a shame that Italy didn't make it because then otherwise I'd say we could do some coverage on here. When we get covered
I
USA
was
or anything like that.
already-
Now.
I already sent an application in January before when they opened their applications. You have to submit an application in order to be accepted, then to pay for the tickets. Like they
really?
choose randomly. Yeah, they choose
geez.
randomly. Yeah, and the tickets values vary, so it's like costs a lot. Anyways, I chose Italy, and the results were May. So Italy got knocked out.
Yep.
And my application was rejected because Italy didn't make it.
Wow.
So I had to reapply for 6 random games and stuff.
So
And
so
I
you have to
have-
apply for like sections, I guess, for the countries.
No. You apply for the games. And then
Mm.
you apply for the games. If you want to choose what seat, you can choose it. And then if you are not very, like, for example, if you want the cheapest seat, and you're not making it flexible, there's a box you tick that makes it flexible. So like if there is no spot there, you would put in a costlier spot, for example. If you don't choose there and it's blocked out, your application gets rejected.
Oh, okay.
So no, I got like 6 tickets with me. I'm getting see Vlahovic hopefully
Nice.
with Serbia. I have Portugal game, I have a Spain game, and I have the most controversial game in the whole World Cup.
What's
Iran
that?
versus America.
Oh wow.
That's like feisty,
That's
but I
that
like it.
that group in general is feisty, but yeah, that's gonna be an interesting. That will be, yeah. Hopefully everybody behaves. That's all. That's the only thing I'll say.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Let's leave it at that. I would imagine so, but I also wonder. I don't know how many Americans would travel. I don't know. I don't know how many are traveling
There's
there.
a lot of
Really?
American community. Like, yeah. There's an American community and a British community already here.
Oh wow.
So yeah, there is, and a lot of South American communities. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's the issue right now mostly is that the hotels are fully booked. So nobody, not a lot of fans are able to come because there's no space.
Yeah.
You can't book a hotel from September. It's fully booked. They've
Jeez.
taken 3 months.
Yeah,
So yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. Even
Yeah.
housing, for example, you can't take an apartment. You can't rent an apartment because you got to rent it for 12 months here. You give a check over 12 months.
Yeah, that's what
And
normal.
that's how
Yeah, like here in the United States, it'd be the same way, but obviously, maybe that's more of a foreign. When I say foreign, it's not American kind of concept. The short term leases. Dax is asking who's better, Gabriel or Bremer. I mean, I prefer Bremer. I prefer Bremer over Gabriel.
He's not stupid. That's the main difference. Yeah, you got the guy that even Gabriel has Europa League experience, not massive, and plus has dumb mistakes in him. Yeah, you got Bremer that is the best defender in the league, so that's like a big plus.
Yep, absolutely. Ryan's asking reports regarding may leave with new arrivals. We'll see. They may hold pat. I mean, I don't know. The only real rumors that have been out there is the Bologna rumor, which really didn't make any sense to me. Like, of anybody on the team, who would decide? Would Bugatti be the guy that's like, yeah, I'm okay with going and not playing Champions League? Because everybody that plays for Juve feels like they deserve to play on.
He will be starting. Like, if he wants to be a starter, he goes to Bologna. If he doesn't want to be a starter, he sits on our bench and listens to the UCL music every Wednesday, Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Until we get knocked out.
Wait, what is this? Kakashi is saying, bro, you sound like Vader. Me or Misa?
I am your father.
Who's saying?
Does it work?
Yeah, who's the one you're saying sounds like Vader? If it's me, it might be because I'm sick.
It could be me, no? Because my mic is just this. You have a real mic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I invested in the whatever. It might be. It gives you a little bit of that boost there at the end. And also, I was like, I've been like playing with the back of my throat because it's really, really itchy, really scratchy right now. So it's a mess.
You want some water?
Appreciate it. I got a little bit handed in right here. Adriano's just thank you. I appreciate the compliment, Adriano. I'm guessing you maybe started it from the beginning. You may just be seeing some of the nonsense that I had at the beginning, so I appreciate that. Let's see. Master G. I don't know. I don't know if that's it. He's asking if it's the Roni Roan, and I don't.
Do you have any loss of sense of smell? You know I'm a nurse, right?
Oh, are you? No, I didn't know that. No,
I'm a registered nurse.
No, well, okay. Well, I'll say this: my wife got tested because her, my kid, and I all started not feeling well, and it is going around here. But I'm double vaccinated and have the booster thing, and like I'm not telling people to do it or not to do it. This isn't one of those shows. I'm not doing that.
Your third one?
Huh?
You didn't get your third booster?
I got my third total things. I don't have any more boosters.
You did 3. Okay, you got 1 booster already.
Yeah, one.
You got 2 normal and 1 booster. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably good. If this is it, if this is what it is, it's not that bad.
Okay.
It's not that bad. Like, I'm good. There are some people that are more.
No muscle aches, nothing.
No. It feels like allergies. Is what I'm saying. It feels like I also have terrible allergies regularly. Like literally, I'm allergic to. I live in. If you've ever been to America, literally the Ohio Valley, where Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana meet, is one of the worst when it comes to allergies. There's pollen everywhere. Huh?
It's like in the middle of the desert. There's like a lot of sand and stuff.
No. no,
I'm
not
mixing
yes.
up Qatar with USA.
Right? Yeah, no, Kentucky's a little bit different. A lot of horse farms, a lot of stuff like that. But it's just all the pollen stuff gets me, anything. So It is what it is. Hopefully I'll be fine. But I had to do these live streams today. I couldn't just let this, let it go without us being
We
live.
have to hype. We have to hype the people. Like
Yeah.
say, ole, 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 ole.
Yeah, that's
Bremer, Bremer.
and
Ole, ole, ole,
I'll let you
ole.
do it.
Bremer, Bremer.
There
Come on,
is
we have to hype it.
I am here for some nonsense and some shenanigans, and mine are morely jokes, maybe some inappropriate stuff. Maybe I'll get, I'll go off a little bit. Some of the goofy dancing stuff, that's just not me. I don't know. I would be disingenuous.
No, I'm not dancing. I'm not dancing. I'm just doing the wave.
Oh,
Or
okay.
the shake, whatever you want to say.
Well, there you go. There you go. I'll let you do it. You can come on here and do that for me. Let's see. Yeah, yes, go Bengals. Yeah, they broke my heart here. Actually, the first time I had to be happy. They showed up. They actually played in the Super Bowl for the first time in my life, so it is what it is. Yeah, and then I see Master G and people like that are celebrating. And well, okay. We're not going to go too much longer, but I do want to ask you, first off, guys, if you are in here, if you haven't already, please do hit the like button. More likes, more Bremer, more excitement there, and we appreciate it. Hopefully, more moves in the Mercado that'll be definitely beneficial for Juve moving forward, and more Ole's. Just asking you personally, your thought, your opinion, your preference. If Juve were to make a move right now, who do they go for, or what do they do after this? Besides, outside of sales.
Kostic, left wing Kostic.
Kostic is your guy.
Now, 15 million. Get him done. Get your left wing sorted for 5 years, and we put crosses to Vlahovic to head it in, and then we win.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy.
There we go. You heard it from him. Okay. Last thing, it looks like everything changed for Inter now, which just means it's all negative. Skriniar remains in Milan. Another central defender will arrive. So we'll see if it's Milovic, and then they get to have the depressing Mercado that we almost would have had. Thanks to us.
They can't. They have to make a positive 45 million by this summer.
Oh, right.
They have to sell someone. Either they're gonna sell Lautaro by the end of the market. They're pricing him at 90 million, which is illogical. He's not a 90 million striker.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna sell Bastoni, who's their best asset, let's say, for the future.
Yeah. People used to think very highly of Bastoni. I feel like he's fallen off quite a bit, but would that be something if they have to sell him? They wouldn't sell him to Juve, but would you make a move for that just because to take him, or you don't want to help him either? But
I won't want to help them, but even though I don't want to help them, that money is not going to go to the transfer market. That money that we're going to pay, for example, for Bastoni, is going to go to pay off the debt that Suning has. They're not going to benefit from it at all sportingly. They're going to just make sure they don't collapse.
Yep.
So that way, we don't have a problem. Bastoni as a player, in back two, he's terrible. Until now, I've seen with in back four. Sorry, with the national team, I haven't seen a good game from him. Every time he's terrible. Maybe because he's partnering at Cherby or Bonucci.
Yeah.
Bonucci's fallen off a bit, but it's still what he has to do. He's not doing it. What he must do, he's not doing it. He's like the left-sided Bonucci we have right now. That's the problem. Plus, maybe Antonio Conte's system was making him thrive more, making him look better.
Yeah.
Because it's an automatic system. He has to take the ball past there XYZ. It's like an algorithm. With Inzaghi, it's not like it's a free flowing. So if it comes, let's say, in an Allegri system, which is kind of sort of the same, we don't have an exact way of playing. We just vibe it, and it works. We will get run over. For me, if we're gonna get the left side, and we're gonna invest that much money, we go for Pau Torres. UCL experience, again 24, 25.
Bonucci clone, basically, but maybe hopefully a little bit more reliable. Defensively, we'll see.
Defensively, younger, more reliable, has experience, has everything, and left-sided and a ball player. Complements with the right-sided Bremer we have.
Yep.
It would be the perfect coup we have, and that's the perfect one, honestly.
Yep.
Or Nditsa, which they talked about, the guys talked about during their center back talk, who plays with Frankfurt and won the Europa League as a starter, as a 22-year-old, and his contract ends next year even. So if we're smart, we can hit that and get sort of, let's say, the closest example is like having a Chiellini and Barzali. You know, somebody that's good, more great in interception. Someone is more great in the physicality
Yep.
part of it. Yeah, that's the closest example, and it would work well with a system that's Allegri, that's more balls to the wall kind of system.
Yeah.
So let's see.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, we'll definitely see how this pans out. Like I said, I don't think the Bastoni thing is going to be ever an idea, but we'll see what happens when it comes to the other players that Juve definitely goes after. Potentially another Mercado, maybe not this one, especially when it comes to the center backs, unless for some reason Milinkovic they think he's a solid option, and then injuries pile up, or not injuries pile up, but they foresee that potentially happening. They could make a move there. I think that's probably going to do it for today. I saw some people throwing out Zaniolo. We'll see what happens with Zaniolo. We'll probably get a better feeling if it is a done topic, or if he's going to come back in the running probably within the next week and a half, I would imagine. But hopefully they'll get to working on some sales here now in the coming week. So, any final thoughts from you before we get out of here, my guy?
Forza Juve, always, and Inter in the mud, as always.
Yes, sir. All right, well, take care. I'm going to wrap this up, but you take care and have a good day. All right, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. As always, thank you for your support for the channel. Sharing, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff really does help our channel. And hopefully we'll have a lot more. We can bring you a lot more stuff to celebrate in the next few weeks. Really, we still have like a month and a half left of this. And hopefully Juventus will still make some solid more moves, selling some players, maybe bringing in a Zaniolo. Maybe Kostic, we'll see, like Misak liked. We'll definitely check that out. Maybe Edgar, I see you in here. Maybe your guy, I don't want to say his name, Icardi. Anyway, maybe Icardi, but doubtful. It's not going to happen. But anyway, guys, if you could, make sure you smash the like button, all that stuff. Make sure you consider... you have to be subscribing to the channel, and make sure you're going on, retweeting, all that stuff, so that way you guys can be entered in for the giveaway of the Paul Pogba shirt. August 1st is the deadline for that. Just a reminder, and then consider joining the member squad as well. You can follow me at Justin Sofero on Twitter if you need to reach out for anything. If you want to join membership, if you want to come on, stuff like that, definitely tune into that. And then, of course, follow Julian Genotti at Genotti151 and Alejandro at AlejandroBZ as well on Twitter. And, of course, Bianconeri's own Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. I will see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.